There are some people who pass through our lives like gentle breezes, soft, comforting, unforgettable. And for me, that person was Miss Catherine, first English teacher. I was just 8 years old. Life was simple, full of innocent wonders and small joys. We lived in a quiet government colony, a place where only 3 houses stood side by side like old friends. Birds chirped in the morning, kids played barefoot in the dust, and mothers waved at each other from open kitchen windows. At exactly p.m. every weekday, something magical happened. A woman would appear at the corner of the street. She wore soft pastel-colored dresses, always carried a tan leather handbag, and had the warmest smile I've ever seen. That was Miss Catherine, the polite English teacher. She wasn't like any other teacher. She didn't just walk in, she arrived like sunshine. As she stepped into our home, she would greet my mother with a polite, "Good evening, Mrs. Taylor," and then look at me and my siblings with eyes full of affection. "Ready to explore the world of English, my little adventurers?" she would say with a cheerful twinkle in her eyes. Miss Catherine never once asked for money. She never discussed fees or expectations. All she wanted was to teach and to love. She transformed our little drawing room into a world of stories, rhymes, and imagination. Miss Catherine brought with her a small wooden box, worn out but full of treasures, stamps of birds, flowers, animals, stars. Each stamp was more colorful than the last. She stamped our notebooks with purple dolphins, red roses, golden stars. We felt like champions with every stamp we earned. Sometimes she would ask, "What's the past tense of fly?" "Flew," I'd shout eagerly. And then thump. A shiny owl stamp landed on my page. My heart soared every time. She didn't eat or drink anything at our home. Even when my mother offered her fresh lemonade or warm tea, she simply smiled and said, "Thank you, Mrs. Taylor, but I'm here only to teach." Still, she brought gifts, small ones wrapped in colorful paper, a puzzle for me, a storybook for my little sister, even a handmade card for my mother on her birthday. "It's not the size of the gift," she said, "but the love inside it." It was the kind of love that asked for nothing in return. One rainy day, thunder rolled across the skies and the power went out. We thought the lesson was canceled, but at p.m., there she was, soaked to the bone, but smiling still. "Rain teaches us patience," she said, handing out candles. "Let's read in candlelight today." That evening, we read a story about a boy who got lost and found his way back by following fireflies. I still remember the way her voice danced through the shadows on the wall, lighting up the room more than the candles did. It had become a ritual. Every evening at p.m., the doorbell would ring, and Miss Catherine would enter like clockwork. But one Monday, she didn't come. We waited. First 10 minutes, then 30. My mother said, "Maybe she's late." But the door stayed silent. The sun sank behind the rooftops, and our books remained unopened. That night, for the first time in over a year, the room felt empty. We tried to call, but her phone was off. My mother even walked to her apartment a few streets away. A man opened the door, an elderly neighbor. "Miss Catherine," he said. She left town yesterday. Said she wasn't coming back." The news hit us like cold rain. Oh, goodbye, no explanation. She was just gone. A week later, a small brown package arrived at our door. It had no return address, just a note inside, written in her graceful handwriting. "To my little stars, never stop learning, never stop loving." Inside were dozens of colorful stamp pads, all her animal and star stamps, and a letter. We gathered in the drawing room as my mother read it aloud. "Please don't be sad. Just remember me whenever you see a star, or hear the word please, or help someone without asking for anything in return. That is what life is all about." Tears filled my mother's eyes. We didn't speak for a long time after. We kept her stamps in a wooden box, just like she used to. On rainy days, I'd open them and show my younger siblings how Miss Catherine used to reward us. I began teaching Sophie and Noah English just like she taught me. I even used the same phrases. "Ready to explore the world of English, little adventurers?" I'm grown up now, a teacher myself, and every time a student walks into my class unsure, nervous, or shy, I remember how she made me feel seen, safe, special. I never charge per children for classes. I keep a box of stamps in my drawer. I give small gifts. I smile, even when life feels heavy. Because Miss Catherine didn't just teach me English. She taught me how to live with kindness, how to give without expecting, how to leave a legacy not in wealth, but in hearts. Sometimes, when I sit with my kids in the open area behind our home, I tell them stories just like she used to. We look up at the sky, count stars, and one of them always asks, "Dad, where do kind people go when they disappear?" And I smile. They don't disappear, I say. They become part of every good thing we do. Dedicated to all the teachers who leave us with more than just lessons.